The strength of prescription is diagnosis. When you get the diagnosis wrong, you will almost definitely get the prescription wrong. Many of us have known for a long time that there is more to life. We have gotten uncomfortable with where we are in life. But you see, discontent alone does not guarantee transformation. The biggest gap in transformation is the fact that many people have never sat to do a proper diagnosis. What exactly is wrong with me? The strength of prescription is diagnosis. When you get the diagnosis wrong, you will almost definitely get the prescription wrong. You can't be treating one disease or assume you are treating a disease. Meanwhile, you are treating the wrong thing. Or worst case, sometimes we're not even getting the diagnosis wrong. We are even treating symptoms, not diseases. Almost every disease has a cure, at least a prevention. But when you don't even know what is wrong with you, you will end up treating the wrong thing. And when you do that, you're going to end up in a cycle of frustration because you will be applying medication but not getting any relief. Now, that's what leads a lot of people to frustration in life. It's not because you've not attempted to transform your life. Many of us have known for a long time that there is more to life. We have gotten uncomfortable with where we are in life. But you see, discontent alone does not guarantee transformation. You need to know how to treat the disease to get the relief. And the biggest gap in prescription, the biggest gap in transformation is the fact that many people have never sat to do a proper diagnosis. What exactly is wrong with me? And this is it. Many times we interpret our symptoms as the disease. Let me give you an example or a good illustration. You have malaria, you feel headache, and you take pain relievers to cure your headache. Temporarily, the headache is going to go down and you're going to think you are fine. But after a few hours, the headache is going to come back. What you may want to do again is take a pain reliever and it's going to go down again. And if you don't realize that what is wrong with you is not headache, headache is just a symptom of what is wrong with you, you will keep on taking pain relievers till infinity and you will not cure the disease. Poverty, failure, limitations, many of the frustrations that actually show us that our lives have stagnated are not the real problems, guys. The real problem is different. But those things we are feeling, those frustrations we are experiencing are the symptom that are telling us that something is wrong. Like I said in episode 1, meanwhile, if you've not watched the first episode, go back and watch it. It's called Built for More. The problem is not availability. And I said in the first episode, our lives are like magnets. We attract things into our lives. What we are experiencing is a function of what we have attracted into our lives. And so because the universe has abundance, the real problem of limitation is not availability, it's attractability. I'm going to say that again. Whatever you are not experiencing in your life right now, the problem is not that it's not available. The problem is that you don't have the ability to attract it. So like I said, it's not availability, it's attractability. You need to be able to attract whatever you want into your life. And how does attraction happen? When a magnet is no longer able to pull in metals, you don't fault the metals, you diagnose the magnets. The problem is most times not with the metal, it is with the magnet. And so the first thing you need to understand is everything happening in your life is a reflection of something happening in your life. What I mean in your life, to you as a person, you are the center of attraction of your life. As a matter of fact, every problem you will experience in life happens within 3 circles. The circle of control, the circle of influence, and the circle of concern. Every problem you have, it's within a circle. Now, your circle, so you're like a dot, like the dot on your screen right now. You're like a small dot, and the immediate circle around it is your circle of control. What that means is anything that happens within this circle, you have complete control. You can change it. You're hungry right now. Hunger is within your circle of control. You can get up from where you are and go and eat. You are thirsty, you can get up right now, go grab a bottle of water and drink it. If you feel thirsty as an adult and you complain, oh, I'm thirsty. Meanwhile, there's water somewhere. It may not be right where you are, but you have the ability to find where water is and get water. That means thirst is within your circle of control. Any problem within your circle of control is yours to fix. You don't complain about it. But then there's a wider circle. Some problems happen that they are not within our circles of control, but within our circles of influence. Meaning, I don't have direct control over this, but what I can control can influence it, and I can change those things. Now, you need to learn how to make the connection between what I can control and what I can influence. If there's a problem, knowing where this problem lies is an important step to knowing how to solve it. So you say, okay, I can't solve this, but I can influence how it is solved. And then there's a wider circle of large-scale concerns, things that are within your circle of concern. You can't control it, you can't directly influence it, but it affects you. For example, you live in a country, you're just a normal citizen. The exchange rates of your country is not within your circle of control. You can't do anything about it, except, of course, you're the central bank governor of the country or something. But the idea here is, those are problems within circles of concern. Now, why am I bringing this analogy? Because being able to pin down a problem to the point of knowing, for this problem to be fixed, what can I control? That is where your power lies. Many of us are frustrated because we are expending power and energy in a place where we have no guarantee of results. So, the exchange rate is bad. Things are expensive. You and I don't have control over the price of things in the market. That's a circle of concern. But there's something you have control over that can actually make the price of things in the market not to be a problem to you. And what's that? You can control how much you earn. So if tomato is sold at $500 a kilo, I mean, that's an extreme. If a loaf of bread sells for $100 per loaf, I don't bother, I don't mind. So long as I can determine how much I earn, I can affect that problem. I can stop that problem. Now, why am I giving you this example? Because I want you to pin down your frustrations to what is within your circle of control. And this is where I'm going to, guys. The primary thing you can control is yourself. The primary thing you can influence and control is who you are. Life can throw anything at you. Those are concerns, but you can determine who you become, and who you become can affect everything else that life brings to you. And so your next step, once you understand that there is more, and you understand that whatever I have pulled into my life is a reflection of attractability, what I've been able to pull, not a function of what society has to offer, of what life has to give to me, then the question is, what do I need to do to myself to change what I've been able to attract in my life? That is the next step required for your transformation. Being able to understand, so if I change myself, then everything can change. Because everything in your life is a reflection of who you are. Your finances, your family, your business, your ministry, your health, everything happening in your life stems from who you are. You are the center of control. All of those other things are just outflows of who you are. And so when you understand that there is more to life, and I want to experience a better life than I'm experiencing right now, the real question is, what do I need to do to myself to be able to create the results that I want to create? And that leads me to the first point that I'm going to end this episode on. The first place transformation happens is not in your actions, it's not in your skills, it's not in your efforts. Every transformation begins here, in your mind. Your mind is the seat of your reality. Your mind creates your reality. As a matter of fact, what you consider normal in life is a function of the programming that life has given to you. Like I said, we are all victims of our environment. If you grew up around foolishness, foolishness is your normal. So if everybody around you makes foolish decisions, you don't even know that you are foolish. You just realize that this is how life works. Meanwhile, if you grew up around wisdom, wisdom becomes your natural way of life. So you have adopted a framework for life that is a reflection of the environment that raised you. The point is this: if your life will change, your mindset has to start by changing. Let me pull it together for you. Remember, this is a journey of transformation we are on, so don't be in a hurry. Just understand brick by brick, and as we move on, it's all going to make sense, and I promise it's going to make sense. Everything happening in your life is a reflection of who you are, and who you are is a reflection of the way you think. So real transformation starts where? From the way you think. Even the Bible says it, as a man thinketh, so he is. And so if your life will get transformed, if you will live beyond the limitations of society of life, the transformation must begin from the way you think. And transforming the mind is an entire episode on its own. In the next episode, we're going to dive into understanding how the mind works, understand how we acquire the way we think, and being able to understand how do we start by transforming the mind so that that transformation can lead into personal transformation that will lead into outcomes that we all see. Remember, there is more, you are built for more, you are made for more, and the life you want is possible if only you can change. I'm going to see you in the next episode.